This video is sponsored by PokemonStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCG code cards. They are compatible with TCG Live, and you can of course get everything on the website for 5% off using the coupon code ZapdosTCG. This video is also sponsored by CARDMARKET.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can do it as well. And you can use the referral name ZapdosTCG to help support the channel. This video is also sponsored by YourPlaymat.com. This is a platform where you're able to, of course, create your own custom playmat. They have, of course, capabilities to ship worldwide, and you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. So definitely check it out. Last but not least is Dragon Shield, the best brand to protect your beautiful cards. You can of course there's links down below for US and European people, and you can of course get your best quality sleeves available, as well as deck boxes and binders. Thanks so much for sticking around with the commercials. I hope you enjoyed today's upload. If you do, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button, and let's get this video going. Sup YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here, and welcome back to our TCG video on my channel. In this video, we're going to be checking out my current results for the new season, the 2024 season, and how I almost have my invite before the year is actually over, which is actually pretty insane. We're going to be talking about which decks that I played, which tournaments that I attended, and actually how many CP I already have, which is going to be a little bit of a run through, and might actually stimulate you guys to see that you can get your invite by collecting a lot of points at locals, to be honest. So we had seasons where it's going to be very easy to get your world's invite, where the CP bar was just pretty easy to attain. But now for Europe, there's 500 CP to collect, and we're going to be checking out my current journey to that. Maybe you guys can learn from it. Maybe you have to stick to your gut, play a deck that you practice with, and all that good stuff. So if you guys are enjoying the daily content, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways to support the channel, and you guys will definitely learn a lot with this small video. So as you can see, the 2024 season actually started in July, so you can collect points. This is actually also maybe a video on how to get to Worlds, so you have a little bit of an understanding of how the championship point structure works. So you can actually collect points by league challenges, league cups, regional / special events, and internationals. And I actually noted down the finishes here. So as you see here, with league challenges, only your 6 best finishes count. Same for league cups, same for regionals, and then for internationals, your best 4 finishes counts. Actually, that actually is not capped, because you can only attend 4 internationals during a year, and actually with OCIC being gone right now, you never get your finishes anyhow. So this is actually where I'm currently at. We are at 429 championship points for the road to Hawaii, so it's getting a lot more realistic that I'll be attending the World Championships over in Hawaii. And I love to meet a lot of you guys out there. I don't know what your current road to Worlds is. I really want to know in the comment section. Let me know how much championship points you currently have. And I always like to note that this is actually my notes over in my iPhone. So I put them down with the correct circles here: green, yellow, red, blue. So I have a little bit of an understanding. I actually haven't attended any internationals yet, but this is my current CP structure. We're also going to be taking a look throughout the years, actually throughout the months, with my Twitter account, so we can see which decks that I play, which opponents I face, and all that good stuff. But as you see, at every single regionals that I have attended this year, I actually got championship points, which is really important because I won't be attending that many. I think I'll be attending 8 regionals. I think that's not many, but over in the US, you have way more opportunities. There's way more regionals over in the US, and for me, I plan to get my Worlds invite during the period around January, so we are well on our way, and then I'll be coaching my friend a little bit more, and just having a little bit more fun at locals, playing some rogue decks. But for now, you can just see that my Chien-Pao deck carried me throughout this current season, so the 2024 season. I actually picked up Chien-Pao during July from the way that Paldea Evolved was released, and with that deck, I stuck around with it. I even played it at the World Championships over in Yokohama, Japan, and I even played it all the way into October, and then switched decks midway, and then when Paradox Rift came out, I also decided to play a little bit of Roaring Moon, and then also Snorlax Block during that Paradox Rift season. So these are the current championship points I collected. I have burned through all my cups, unfortunately, so I will have to like collect some more. Like I could improve the top 8 one from the Chien-Pao one. I can still get a top 4, hopefully even a first or a second. I plan to improve those 2 League Cups still, as well as play some challenges. I haven't played any challenges, and also a fun fact is that I have attended all the tournaments that I have attended. I actually got championship points except for one challenge where I bubbled out at the 3-1 score. But with that being said, every single tournament that I attended, whether it was a challenge or a cup, I actually got points. And even the more craziest part is that I actually attended 7 League Cups and I played top 8 at all of them. So even though the stakes were high, there was a lot of like great players. Definitely during the early July and August days. Those were stacked cups with the cameramans being there from the Netherlands. Also a lot of Belgium fellas that actually got their invite already and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's not that easy to play over in Belgium. Sometimes there are sometimes a little bit of the smaller cups, but we'll see how the rest of the season finishes. So let's just take a look at here. Also, I want to note here that Barcelona went really well, top 64. Then we had, top 128 with the Chien-Pao. Like, my Chien-Pao deck really carried me. And then I actually played Roaring Moon at the Regionals and Snorlax Block, and both got like 30 CP. So that's actually pretty interesting. So with that being said, so it all started all the way in July when I played the first challenge of the new season with the Snow Cat, aka Chien-Pao, and that actually was super nice. I also, in this season, you also get prize packs, which is actually super cool. So if you win some tournaments, you get some prize packs. And at that time, it was not even noted how much CP you needed to go to Worlds. They actually raised the bar incredibly. So instead of going for 350 championship points over in Europe, they buffed the bar all the way to 500 CP, which made the challenge for a lot of people. Like, let's say, like, ooh, a lot of people that want to try and attend, Worlds or actually get their invite are gonna have to play a lot during this season. So locals are the best place to collect some points, but as you all know, regionals is where it's at, because as soon as you're capped at locals, you definitely need to at least collect about like 160 points from regionals or even more. If you're over in the US, you actually need, I don't know how much you would need, but a lot. So, but then you have a lot of opportunities for regionals, so traveling will definitely be a thing. During that time, there was some Lugia, Miraidon, Lostina, and Ardura. Umbreon, and Chien-Pao just destroyed all of those, which was super nice, and I was on the board right there, 12th of July. Then we go it all the way, so I did my trip to Japan, and before I did my trip to Japan, there was one more League Cup, which was my training for the World Championships here, and I actually was still playing the Chien-Pao, and my Chien-Pao list actually was using the Arceus in there, so that was actually super nice. Arceus V-Star actually helps out a ton, where it's going to be able to fetch out Canceling Cologne and the cross-switch combo, which definitely was necessary during that meta. So again, I actually got first place, which was super nice, and that was insane with the amount of players out there. We did see that Alexander Soleil, San, even Carl, all of these guys got their invite already, and it was super hard, that League Cup. I remember that fondly, so cool to see here. So 65 championship points during that period in time. So that was cool. So actually, with that being said, that was my first League Cup win. The last time I won a League Cup actually was the times there was a season where you're not able to play local. So I'm really happy that locals are back, because those are super nice. I love the Belgium local community. And then we knew the exact location for the venue in Barcelona, so I actually decided to book my entire season after they announced that. Then we did our trip to Japan, the most beautiful time in my life, to be honest. I made a vlog, so you can actually still watch that. And I actually made some tips over in Japan, got like almost 100,000 views with the tips, because I actually was in Japan like 3 weeks before Worlds actually happened. and that meant that I actually didn't train all that much. I was too busy with discovering Japan, and that's why I didn't do too well at Worlds. And then they announced it. I still remember that fondly, that they announced the new CP qualification bar. As you can see here, that championship requirement, 600 for the US, 500 for Europe. People were going crazy, and I had to make a video on the spot, even though I did not have my laptop with me to edit that video. It was actually pretty interesting. So the World's Invite update happened, and yeah, I was still in Japan. The cool thing is that for my birthday, my good teammate and friend Jonah actually decided to I head up to all the content creators so they can wish him, yeah, happy birthday. That was super nice, super friendly as well. So we went to the Pokemon Cafe, which was super nice. Also, yeah, Osaka Castle, actually Himeji Castle. A lot of buildings. We went to Universal Studios. We went to the Fushimi, Inari Taisha, and Kyoto, super nice. Bamboo Forest, and that actually the Worlds kit was actually super cool. Unfortunately, yeah, the trip to Japan was actually super expensive, so I actually sold all of that. So sometimes I wish I still kept some of these things around, but as it is what it is. Life can get expensive if you travel a lot. As you see, my World run was actually not good. I actually was playing Chien-Pao, and my list was actually not that good. I actually was not playing Bibarel at that time, and I faced a lot of PAF decks, and yeah, the people from Japan really smacked me around. In the mirror match also, I got like turn 2 canceling Cologne Greninja, and my Frigibexes were gone. So the trip in Japan made it perfect, but the World run was not that good. Yeah, fortunately, my good friend Carl actually made it into day 2, which was super nice. He actually got 12 plays, by the way, which is insane. So then we continued our journey, and there was some more stuff going. Charizard got released, so yeah, that meant Charizard actually was a new threat. But the cool thing is that Chien-Pao was one of the few decks that had a very favorable time against Charizard, which was super nice. And that meant, yeah, actually was not able to register specific tournaments, but they actually made some more waves, which was nice. So another challenge, and I actually decided to play VMAX because the funny fact is that because I got like so much success with the Chien-Pao alone, the local meta was farmed with a lot of Chien-Pao, and I said like I cannot stand to play that many mirror matches, so I decided to play VMAX, which had a good time, and I actually got 15 CP, putting me at 80 CP. Actually, it was Fusion Mew, by the way. I even had to beat like Lost Box Kyogre, which was a very hard matchup, and I lost, you know, against my good friends. Actually, all of my friends in the local were super nice. Lost, was actually playing Drapion, so I had to play around that. With that being said, the competitive scene is growing, and they actually decided to increase the prize pool for regionals, so you can gain more money or win more money at regionals, internationals, etc., which boosts the community even further. Then another cup over at yeah, the 27th of August. So we are still all the way in the summer here, and I actually got second place, and Sen beating me because he is a very phenomenal player, and actually was, I think my list actually got way better. I got a 1-1 Bibarel line in there to protect me against PAF, and I think this list stuck around me. I actually was playing 1 Avery as well, which helped Miracles against Gardevoir to punish them even further. I actually swapped out that Avery at one point for Cynthia's Ambition, and well, yeah, 40 additional points up against Chien-Pao, Rapid Strike Box, Turbo Lost Box, Sablezard. What else was there? Lost Tina, always around another Turbo Lost Box. So interesting. Yeah, 40 extra CP, putting me at 120 CP. So that was 2 months of competitive play. I actually lost an entire month because I was playing in Japan for Worlds, and I actually was traveling for 4 weeks straight, which meant I couldn't play locals. There was a lot of people playing the local grind there and collecting a lot of points, but it's not a race. It's all about the end finishes, and I actually support quality over quantity, so prepare yourself for tournaments always, and don't go too much YOLO. So we actually got to see some Paradox Rift leaks, and yeah, actually was able to register for the Barcelona special event during the second wave with only 50 additional slots, which was huge because I actually got top 64 at Barcelona. So then I got top 8 at another League Cup. I remember that League Cup fondly because I actually got smacked out of top 8 instantly, and I think I was up against yeah, Palkia Baxcalibur. So 25 additional CP. I would eventually boost that CP. Actually, that top 8 actually got replaced already by a top 4, but at that point 25 additional points, putting me to 145 championship points, and during that time there was yeah, Single Strike Lugia, Colorless Lugia, Sablezard, Mew, Lostina, so not too much has changed. Charizard was also around, by the way, so 145 CP. So with that being said, it actually was during the 9th of September. Going all the way here, the 151 set got revealed. Dragon Shield got myself some more sleeves to just buff me up. Then I also was not able to register. I don't know which tournament that was, but yeah, I think it was it Lille? I don't know. So yeah, I was not able to register for Lille, and then I actually had to yeah, do it during the second wave. And they actually mentioned that there was no second wave initially, but they had to do it, and I was very happy to do so. So I was 5-2 at Barcelona, but actually at that point I lost. Because I actually misplayed incredibly. So I actually was top 64 eventually at Barcelona special event, putting me 50 CP. This list was more refined. This is the way I love playing it. Actually, I only played 2 Chien-Pao, added in Spiritomb for the Mew VMAX matchup, which was otherwise very hard. And there was also my good trusted Cynthia's Ambition, which a lot of people loved. So putting me at 50 additional CP, and then we actually had 195, and that was the 16th of September. Cool. La Sagrada Familia, super nice. We traveled a lot, to be honest, super cool. And yeah, Thibaut, my teammate, also got day 2 at Barcelona, which is insane, 36th place. He did really well, and he's actually currently at 215 championship points, as well as my good friend Flo, currently at 170 something. So they are improving, which is super nice. So yeah, moving forward, I actually got into Lille after all, which was super cool. I was super excited. Then a very cool weekend was actually a double cup weekend where Julius from Finland all the way, yeah, he came here, and we went out for dinner with a lot of friends out there, and we were playing. It was super nice, and actually got second place, lost against Tim, very great friend currently, because yeah, I have been seeing him a lot these couple of weeks. He's really getting into the competitive scene, which is nice. So 40 additional CP, putting me at 235 CP. Nail biting finals against him was crazy. Lots of Lugia and Lostina and Charizard was around during that tournament. And Julius was playing a Lost Box Charizard EX, so that was with Cramorant's interesting. 151 set got released. Everyone was hyped up because Mew EX was definitely a great thing. Then I registered for Gdansk Regionals. And yeah, some more CP. I actually was putting my Q1 out there. Again with the circles, showcasing that that's the best way to keep track of your worlds. So I got points with Barcelona and a lot of cups. The cups really went so well for me during the first quarter. I actually was so surprised. So there were extra tickets for Lille, so I wished everyone good luck to get into there. And yeah, then I actually got another top 4 at a League Challenge. So League Challenge actually is not like that great of a performance. I only got 10 CP, but again, it was with my trusted Chien-Pao. The reason why I only got 10 is that I actually lost against my good friend Thibaut, which actually bricked twice, which was super sad because that's a very favorable matchup normally. Registered for Stuttgart, then got 12 more CP with the Chien-Pao. Hey, yeah, the deck actually didn't change at all, and yeah, 12 CP, not bad. Where did I lose? Let's see here. No, I got a tie against Yari, against Turbo Lost Box. I decided to tie that one instead of playing it because my opponent's rate was high, and the only way I would not be able to get first is that all the opponents that Yari played against all won that next round, which randomly happened, which was insane. With that being said, don't take risks, but I will improve that second place eventually. But it was still the same list. Chien-Pao did really well, currently sitting at 257. Okay, some more meta analysis. Yeah, I did a top 20 best cards video of Paradox Rift. And yeah, then moving forward, winning in time and Lille, and I actually got my day 2 with Chien-Pao. Let's go! People were really hyped about that, by the way. So the Chien-Pao, also we made a new group picture, which was super nice. And eventually I didn't do too well in my day 2 during the Lille regionals, but I still collected, how much points was that? 40 CP to putting me at 297 to the road to Honolulu again with Chien-Pao. Did something change here? Now, it was the exact same 60 from, I think only one card changed from Barcelona where I cut the Mew, and I actually didn't see any Mew if I remember, so that was a great choice because Mew was not that greatly positioned at that time. Then we go forward. Actually designed some new shirts during that period, which was super nice. We already have these, and actually I'm wearing them currently, so they are super flex. I like them a lot, and yeah, they are like the new kind of way we go for the brand, which is nice. Then going forward, I actually got another top 8 at the League Cup, and here I actually lost against Banat. Yeah, it was up against my teammate Jordi, so very unfortunate because my Chien-Pao list didn't change all that much, but I actually had an auto loss against Banat. I still can attack with Arceus, but I Pokestopped my Arceus twice during that series, so it was one loss. So the top 8 there, one against 2 Chien-Pao. So as mentioned, the Belgian meta, really loving that Chien-Pao. Currently at that point was 322 CP during October 29th. Alright, then we go forward. Some new decks were revealed. Iron Valiant, Iron Hands was included into Chien-Pao, and it was during that time where Paradox Rift got revealed, or actually released, that I actually gave up on Chien-Pao because I was testing it during that period and it actually was not working all that well. Iron Hands really clunked up the deck for me, and I didn't feel the same way. You could still play with Arceus, but the thing that actually decided me to not play Chien-Pao anymore was Countercatcher and as well as like the Screamtail and all that stuff. There was a lot of things that are not good for Chien-Pao. Also, Miraidon being hyped up, being really popular, was also not good for the deck, because yeah, Miraidon really got a great buff with Iron Hand. So Cloth was around, there was some anti-Iron Valiant, Lostina got that Countercatcher, which was super scary. Charizard, TM Evolution came around, and the first regionals actually LAIC Chien-Pao was the third most played deck, and now it's not anywhere near on the charts, which is insane. So then another League Cup, November 18th, and actually it was 1 month ago, with Roaring Moon. So I decided to play another turbo deck, going for the Roaring Moon instead, eventually losing against Carl in the finals because that Sablezard matchup was very hard. So 40 additional CP, putting me at 362 for the road to Honolulu. And yeah, the deck list will be posted after Gdansk, which was true. Gdansk was super nice, by the way. So then I got 160th, so top 256 over in Gdansk regionals, and the reason for that actually was very nice because I went from 1-1 to 5-2, which is insane. I even tied my winning in, even though I should have won that with only 1 prize card remaining between me and day 2, and there was like 10 seconds short, but still 30 CP, we take it. And my Roaring Moon list actually had 2 Canceling Cologne, and I think this list was super busted. I would still play it again and recommend it, by the way, because the 2 Canceling Cologne and the E-Switch combos really can put in the work. So 30 CP and 392. Super cool. So putting me at first place in Belgium once again, which was a very reassuring fact that I still have what it takes to play at the top of my game. So registered for Liverpool, that's actually at the end of January, by the way, which is interesting. Then I actually went to Stuttgart, which was actually 2 weeks after Gdansk, so not a lot of time to change my decks. And last minute I made a deck choice. It was a high risk, high reward, and I decided to play Snorlax Block because I actually played Control, Mewtwo V Union a lot, and I actually played that at Worlds 2022. So I have a little bit of experience with Control and Stall, so I decided to play Snorlax Block, and I got top 256 once again. That was an interesting story where I actually had to ID my last round. The opponent really wanted to ID, and I was not thinking straight. Like, if I win this round, I got top 128. If I ID, I have instant top 256. If I lose, I actually have no points. So I took that tactical ID and got myself 30 CP with Snorlax Block. The matches I actually lost was Mew DTE, Roaring Moon, and the Miraidon. I actually could have won that Miraidon game as well if I didn't whiff my last boss after an Ionos, but it is what it is. The deck is actually pretty good, and I actually was playing my own version with the Mawels and the Jet Energies and the Defiance Vest, so I'm always trying to innovate some list here and there. So I actually got my 30 CP with a Snorlax Block deck, so that's 428. Super cool to see. So some more time has passed. We did see the end of the year. I had 1.5 million views, which is super excited. I registered for Dortmund Regionals, did a rewind video, and then I actually got, like, this was yesterday, where I got top 4 at another League Cup, but unfortunately I am at my maxed out at my 6 best finish limit. That meant I only got 7 CP, but again, it was with the same list that I played over in Stuttgart with the Snorlax control wall deck with the Mawels in here, which was super interesting because I had to play the Mawel into a random Clefable Anomalous Mewtwo EX deck, and that really paid the way for top 4. Even though it was a really small league up, I enjoyed it. I played around with my good local friends, which is nice. So 429 is where we're currently at, and we only need to collect 71 championship points, where I still have EOIC and a bunch of regionals, and I can still do a lot of challenges and improve my cups eventually. So that was my journey so far, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this run through. If you enjoyed videos like these, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button, and let me know how your journey is currently going by posting it in the comment section. How much CP do you have, and with which decks did you play? My tip for the season, actually for the new year, is actually play a deck that you know best. Like last minute deck swapping could become a thing if you have tested with all the decks, which I currently do because I make videos about them, but make sure you have at least 50 games in before you take a deck to a tournament, and stick with what you know. If you've been playing like Miraidon all season, stick with the deck. You're probably going to be doing better than if you last minute deck change. Just make sure you practice your most difficult matchups, and just never forget to have fun. That's my most important tip I would give you. So yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It helps out so much. And yeah, I will be back very shortly with some more daily uploads. But yeah, 2024 will be fantastic. You'll be seeing an incredible vlog to Hawaii, and some more regional vlogs as well. So thank you all for watching and for the support throughout the year, and I'll see you guys sooner rather than later. Peace.